Identity thieves can do a lot with your personal information. They can open up credit cards in your name. They can open up bank accounts. They can use your medical data. If you have a business, they can use your business identification number and they can purchase merchandise en masse. They can do pretty much anything that you can think of with your information. Unfortunately, there are a lot of sites out there where people publicly post their information. Think about social media sites. Think about Facebook, think about Twitter. Some of the information that these identity thieves need are readily available. Your date of birth, your full name, your home address. There are sites, unfortunately, that have this information available. An individual is the one that has to seek out these sites to have their information removed. Usually you'd find this information in underground forums. And there are other sites like Darknet, for instance, which exist in a space that you cannot get to using regular search engines. You would have to know the actual website in order to get to this place. There are certain complications that exist with investigating identity theft and cybercrime in general. I mean, cybercrime is not a national phenomenon. It is a transnational phenomenon, which means the majority of the time we're actually dealing with multiple jurisdictions. There are international laws in place and treaties that exist that allow for cooperation between governments. What we actually need is to ensure better harmonization of laws, to ensure that we don't create cybercriminal safe havens somewhere in the world where they can be in that country, conduct a multitude of attacks, and then they will not be prosecuted for their crimes. There was a very famous case of the I love you virus, and the perpetrator was located in the Philippines when he distributed this virus. And it caused millions of dollars of damages worldwide, and nothing happened to that person because there wasn't a cybercrime law in place at the time. What we're trying to do is ensure that those types of situations do not happen. But what we also need to ensure is that countries prevent their territories from being used as a staging ground for individuals to launch attacks. And that's where we actually need better cooperation. It could just be that one thief was able to obtain your social security number. Or something else that is quite common is that there's an entire ring, an organized crime group, which essentially steals social security numbers en masse and sells them. And in this instance, if you become a victim of identity theft, this isn't something that can be fixed. Your information is out there, and one person may purchase it or multiple individuals may purchase it. We do not know without a shadow of a doubt or beyond a reasonable doubt, according to our criminal justice system, who is actually behind the device, which means that the best that we can have is circumstantial evidence. So we can trace a signal back to a device but not to the perpetrator. This is what makes cybercrime particularly challenging for law enforcement professionals.